Hey guys, my name is Danielle and today I have a cook with me. This is going to be lasagna. Not just regular lasagna, but keto lasagna. So the way I specifically made it is going to leave you with about 5 net carbs per serving. So if you guys are interested in seeing how this recipe worked out, please stay tuned. Hey friends, welcome back. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today, like I said, I have a cook with me. This is going to be even a little bit more special because it is going to be a collab with my girl Christine Pena. Christine is fabulous. And when I say fabulous, I mean like for real, like glam girl, hella fancy, fabulous. If you guys have never been to Christine's channel, you guys are in for a treat. She has the most gorgeous home. Gorgeous. Stunning, and she shares all her little bits with us and I love her for it. She is also going to be having a cook with me video up, so make sure after you are done here you go check out Christine, tell her that Danielle sent you, and yeah, so if you guys are new here and you're from Christine's channel, hello, my name is Danielle and we do a little bit of everything around here. I am following the ketogenic diet, so I do a lot of full days of eating, cook with me's, and I also incorporate a lot of other things. Budget friendly ideas, a lot of Dollar Tree stuff, you know, lifestyle. I mean, you name it, we cover it, we hang out, we're good friends around here, we're cool people. So hopefully you guys like vibing with me and you stick around and you subscribe. But like I said, we are going to go ahead and do a cook with me lasagna. So my daughters had a birthday party over the weekend and each one of them, you know, requested a meal. One of them wanted lasagna, the other one wanted a taco bar. Yeah. So we just went ahead and bought like a tray of lasagna from Costco and threw it in the oven. But as everybody was eating it, I was like, oh my God, I would love some lasagna. But as you know, being on keto, you can't have noodles. And lasagna is like hella noodles. So I did some research and I found a recipe on Pinterest and I was like, let's recreate it. I didn't try it before I made this recipe and I just kind of, you know, went along and followed the recipe and made it with you guys. I did omit cottage cheese and like ricotta cheese. I didn't put any of that stuff in there. My family is not a fan of either, so we just went ahead and stuck to the plain old, you know, just meat and cheese. And guys, it came out fabulous. Not only did it come out delicious, it smelled delicious, it tastes delicious. It took from start to finish about 45 minutes, which I didn't think was too bad considering you made everything. And it was cheap too, so that was like, you know, always a perk, because who wants to spend all that money and that time making a meal when it takes you 5 minutes to eat? But in all reality, it was really good and it was really filling. So let me go ahead and show you this recipe. Don't mind the paper plates because you know we bougie like that. All right guys, let's go ahead and get cooking. All right, first things first, we are going to preheat this oven to 375. Spoiler alert, this was the last time I'm going to use this oven because it broke. So your girl's getting a new one. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and take 4 ounces of softened room temperature cream cheese and 2 eggs, and we're going to mix them together. I could have used my stand mixer, but I just feel like it doesn't mix that well, and it makes a mess, and it takes forever. If you have a hand mixer, it probably would work better, but I just used, I'm using a spoon here, but I just eventually just get a fork and just start mixing it. You want it to get as smooth as possible. This is basically going to be your like quote unquote noodles, very similar to like a fathead bread. If you've ever tried like a fathead crust pizza, it's very similar minus the almond milk, but yeah, or almond flour, not milk. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and mix everything together. And then I'm going to add in a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. This is a very cheesy bread. And then I'm just going to spice it up. Some oregano, some Italian seasoning. I think I put some basil in there. Salt, garlic. In the recipe, it does give you exact seasonings, but this is how I always season any of my Italian dishes. This is what I just like for it to taste like, so that's why I did it this way. You don't have to follow it the way I did. I just give it a couple, you know, dashes, I guess you would call it. But yeah, there is an exact, you know, recipe in the Pinterest recipe that I will have linked down below. So I'm going to go ahead and mix everything. You can see it's really starting to form a pasty consistency. So this is fresh grated mozzarella cheese. That's going to make it, you know, less on the carbs. We're going to take one one cup and like a cup and a fourth of mozzarella cheese. Like I said, fresh grated mozzarella cheese. That's how we're going to watch our carbs, okay? So what you're going to do is you're going to fold the cheese in with the batter. You don't want to just mix it because then it's going to get sloppy. The directions were very specific and said just fold the cheese in. We're taking a baking dish. This is just a pan I have. I don't know where my cookie dishes are. I'm going to spray, this is wax paper, and I'm spraying it down with a little bit of canola oil. And I'm going to just spread the batter on this, and I'm going to cook it in the oven for about 20-25 minutes. You'll notice it starts to like a dough consistency. It looks like kind of a finished bread, and you want to make a nice even layer because you know you don't want some parts to be overcooked and some parts to be undercooked. And yeah, once that is finished baking, we're going to toss it in the fridge for about 20 minutes until it's completely cool. While the like noodles are cooking, I'm going to go ahead and start on the meat. This is just about 2 pounds of ground beef. I only use about a pound, and I just reserve the other for like meals later on in the week. I'm going to brown up some onion. I just sprayed my pan with some canola. I'm going to cook up this meat and get that started so we can start adding in everything else. Now that the meat is all cooked, I'm going to go ahead and add my sauce. This marinara sauce I found at Aldi. I think it was $2, and the macros are pretty good. So I did measure out everything, and I had like a little tally sheet, so I was able to count all my carbs down to the very last one. So this is just 1/4 cup of that sauce, and I'm going to mix it in with the meat and just stir everything up. We're just waiting. I think the bread is just about done. It's sitting in the fridge. Remember, you have to refrigerate like the bread or the noodles, which is like that cheese mixture we made, in order for you to be able to cut it and get it off that wax paper. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pull out my noodles, I guess, out of the fridge. That's what it's looking like. Some of mine did stick, but it works. So the recipe said that you're supposed to cut these into 3 portions, and they're going to make 3 like noodle bases. I use this loaf dish or loaf pan because that's what the recipe said to do, and I just went ahead and lined it, and then I topped it with like my beef sauce mixture and just kind of made it a nice even you know, evened it out, made it look all good, all lasagna, if that's even a word at this moment. The only thing that I was super specific on, guys, was the marinara, because as we know, tomato sauce has a ton of carbs. So another 1/4 cup, and you can see a little pen and paper back there. I was tallying everything, so your girl got the carb count to a T. I was doing even like longhand math. So I'm going to go ahead and add some fresh mozzarella, and we were able actually to make 3 layers with this recipe. And let me tell you something, when I went ahead and picked this little pan up to bring it into the oven, it was heavy. Like this wasn't like some wimpy like lasagna. This was like a hearty dish. So good. So I mean, like, this was something like you would go eat at a restaurant. It was like really flavorful, really filling, but you did not have that nasty carb hangover afterwards. You weren't real bloated and feeling like crap, which I love like pasta, but I hate the post pasta guilt. So yeah, going ahead and tapping everything. For my final layer of the lasagna, I do add in some Parmesan cheese just because the recipe said to, and I believe my mom adds Parmesan cheese at the top when she does it too. So, you know, if mama does it, it's all good, baby. But yeah, so super good. Everything came out really good. So I'm going to go ahead, after it's all assembled, I'm going to toss this in the oven for about 30 minutes until everything is all melty and gooey and yummy. And what I liked about using these like cheese noodle type things is it's not watery. I've made lasagna with zucchini before, and it came out so watery. This one was really good, and my family loved it. They don't like the zucchini noodles. I've tried this stuff. They ate it all. No leftovers. Bomb. I mean, come on. Look at that. That is like, it's heaven. I wish I made extra because I want it right now. It was so good and so easy to do everything. I mean, you guys seen how simple this was. Anybody can make this, and it was amazing. I wanted to show you guys just how thick it did come out. Like, this was a very hearty dish.
It wasn't, you know, kind of cheapy, you know, because you think you're missing out the noodles, you're going to really miss out on the volume or the bulk of the dish. Absolutely not. It is filling. It is amazing.
Here we go. He doesn't want to be on camera eating. We're just going to get his response. What do you think? Instead of like the zucchini and eggplant.
Pretty good.
Yeah? Does it taste like a noodle?
Yeah.
It's like a thick consistency?
Yeah, it's good.
You would have it again?
Yeah.
Thanks for all the comments. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the meal. Or enjoyed the recipe or the cook with me, and you guys are gonna go ahead and try it out for yourselves. I think this is a perfect dish to make in a winter's night. You know, it's cold and you want some good comfort food, and pasta's always a good comfort food to me. I don't know if I'm the only one, but I love it. So yeah, like I said, I did omit the cottage cheese. If you guys want to go ahead and toss some of that in there, the recipe did call for it. I just didn't do it. You will bump up the carb count, but not by much. So, yeah, try it out. Let me know how you taste. If you guys do try it out, go ahead and tag me. I am on Instagram. I have everything linked below. So if you guys do go ahead and try it out, let me know how you like it. And yeah, that's going to be it. Thank you, Christine, for going ahead and collabing with me. I think you were absolutely fabulous, and I simply adore you. Make sure you guys go check out Christine's channel. She's bomb. You will love her. I promise. I never lead you wrong. But alright guys, I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much and have a great day. Bye guys.